Hey YouTube, Diesel Dan Peters here. So we are working on the quad right now. So basically, just ran it for a bit. I just changed the oil with 15W-40 just for a little bit, just long enough. It looks pretty clear, right? Which is good. But what I'm going to do now is drain the oil. It's definitely been running long enough. I'm gonna see how this looks now. So this is the second oil change I'll be doing today. I'm just trying to flush out any of the old crappy looking oil. Ooh, that burned a little bit. See how it's draining right out. Again, this is the second oil change. I always do two so that it can really just kind of get all the crud that's in the engine. Put you all down for a second. There we go. Just get some of the oil off my fingers. But yeah, so the whole point of me doing two oil changes when I know that a vehicle might have been neglected is just to get all the crud out of it. And since it's nice and hot right now, it's perfect. It's getting all of the crud out, and I'm able to kind of see how the engine is internally as well. Because I'll be running 5W-40 through this. So, clean that. We're going to leave that open to drain. But right before I fully let it drain, I'm going to add the rest of this 15W-40 through it, just so you can kind of filter out any of the remaining crud. Again, this was just something I had lying around, and it works perfect with this. Let that drain right through. Again, I don't know if this engine is an oil burner or not yet. I'm hoping it's not, for obvious reasons. I don't want to have to rebuild it. And at that point, I'll probably just sell it. So, let's take a look at the oil. You can all see it's draining out again. Put it all back here because this is starting to make a little bit of a mess. Go like that. And we're just going to leave that draining through. That should be enough. I also don't want to burn this or leave any plastic residue in there. So, oh, now it's getting all over me. Nice. So, get the oil off my fingers again. That's no fun. So basically, we're going to let this completely drain out. We're going to leave this open. Well, actually, not fully open. Make sure there's no crud on that. Put this back just like that, and we're gonna let that just drain right out. So you can see it's gonna probably drain for a little bit. I'm gonna cut the grass, come back, and we're gonna see how it looks. There was not really any grass to cut, but I figured I could at least cut up the leaves for now. So stay tuned, YouTube. Close up the garage for a minute. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to let this battery charge up. I'm also going to clean up my hands again. They're all grimy from working on the truck and the quad. Got a lot of work done today, though. A lot of work I've been needing to get done. Tomorrow morning, I plan on, as soon as everyone's awake in the neighborhood, I'm going to get the transmission fluid changed once more time. I got the royal purple over here. I also have the oil filter for the quad, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to do all the oil stuff now before I forget. And then we're going to go from there. So stay tuned. We got so much more to do with the Can-Am. Fingers crossed that there's nothing wrong with that engine. I really doubt there is, but we're going to let that drain out for a while. Stay tuned, YouTube.
There's a feeling in my soul. Can't defeat it. I lose control. On your marks, get set. Are you ready to go?
Hey YouTube, Diesel Dan Peters here. Don't mind my dogs barking in the background. So let's take a look. I just started it up with the 5W-40. Let's clean this up. Now let me tell you what, diesel oil is like the oil from the gods. No exaggeration at all. Or maybe a little bit, but it has worked wonders for all of my projects so far. Never had a problem with diesel oil, and it just always works. All right, let's see, where are we at on the oil scale?
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're right there. I guess perfectly. Look at that. Oil is perfect. So tonight, one of the things we're definitely gonna have to change, and I'm gonna add to this video, is the transmission fluid once more time. I have a bunch of transmission fluid in there. This takes gear oil, which is perfect because it's pretty readily available. It's not some special Can-Am fluid like pretty much everything else has been. Well, at least I felt like it's been. I've also changed the oil filter, as you all have probably seen in the video. I'm gonna obviously have this as a time lapse for that part. I'm not gonna keep it rolling. But yeah, no, she's doing good overall. Now again, there's some lines I'm gonna have to wire up through here, like this. I think this might be one of the vents. This is the transmission vent right here. I'm gonna have to wire up the line that goes from here all the way up. It shouldn't be too bad to do. We're gonna have to do that for both transfer cases, because I'm pretty sure this one has a vent somewhere. Oh, it's got a vent right here. Yeah, we're gonna have to take that off and put a solid vent that will for sure not leak. Again, all the fluids are gonna get changed besides the diff oils for now. We're just gonna have to play with what we got for now. Now, if I have extra fluid, the diffs are definitely getting changed, without a doubt. But transmission and engine oil, at least the engine for now, is changed. Baby steps, right? So like I said, I put 5W-40 in it. I had some 5W-40 synthetic T6 lying around. I actually don't know. Oh, I had those for the mini bikes. I got to change the oil in those too. That's coming up, I'm sure, soon too. But I got the 5W-40 ready to go. Already in here, brand new oil filter. So in terms of engine oil, this thing is set, and we're just gonna keep going from there. Let's see, so oil filter and engine oil is done. So all we got left is the transmission oil and the front and the rear diff, and then we're done with the oil changes with this. And then I just have to finish all the little customization pieces I'm doing with this. Just stay tuned, because it's just too much to even list right now. Stay tuned. Diesel Dan Peters signing out for now. Alright, YouTube. Let's get her done. So, I finally got a genuine regulator, because I think that this one's shot. And by think, either this one is shot, or there's a bigger problem with the quad. Let's just put it that way. Unless I have these wires mixed up. Oh, well, didn't need that. Yeah, this was a brand new regulator according to the previous owner, but you can't go Chinese with this stuff. It's like either you go all the way out and you just get the correct parts, or you just don't, you wait, you know. That's like what I did with the truck. I waited and waited. Here we go, we finally have the correct one. We're gonna have to see now if she's gonna charge. Now, if it doesn't charge now, then we can at least rule out one thing, since this is brand new. Nice. There's one. And here is number 2. We're about to find out right now if this charges. And I mean, we'll hold on to this, but that's pretty much garbage regardless, because I prefer OEM everything. Like, that's one thing I really don't mess around too much with. Like, I think the only thing I didn't get OEM was the brake sensor. But let's be honest here, do you really need to see the backlight? I'm joking, you do. But it works perfect, and there's 2 sensors that I wired in, because the actual brake handle, the one I installed, has one as well. So it's not really a big deal for me. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put that like that. These are all the way in. About to see right now if it actually charges. Then it's not charging. That's going to be my telltale sign. But so far, there's no low battery, so I'm fingers crossed that it was just that. Let's let this run for a bit. I don't want to keep you all forever. If I see a low battery come up, we might have a little bit digging to do. It's most likely the stator at that point, as you all probably know, or maybe you don't know. I don't want to assume anything, so stay tuned, YouTube. Good news, YouTube. The battery sign has not come up since I started it. It was up for a while, but I think I finally, after all this time, got it fixed and sorted out. So stay tuned for more on the squad. Again, we're doing something special over here. Hopefully it comes out good, right? I have no idea how it's going to actually come out, but I'm sure it's not going to come out bad. So stay tuned. Diesel Dan Peters signing out for now. And thank you to the person who sent this pretty fast, because this thing definitely needed it. I think it's time for a little rip. Actually, we'll hold off on that. Stay tuned, YouTube. Diesel Dan Peters signing out.